That's lit though. Like it's catchy. You know, it's easy to remember too. Like I like.
Don't worry about your laundry. Just come to Student City Suds.
I like. How are you guys going today?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. How's your day going?
Long, but it's pretty good.
That's wonderful. So you all are Bowie State students, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
How is that going? Are you seniors, juniors? How is that going for you?
Seniors.
Seniors?
Yes.
Are you guys happy to finally get to that point?
Oh my goodness, you don't even understand.
Long time coming?
Yes.
I hear that. So, you all are also entrepreneurs.
Yes, ma'am.
So please do tell me about your entrepreneurship role.
You wanna?
Well, at Bowie is new to the entrepreneurship game.
Okay.
When I first got to Bowie, we didn't have that well of a entrepreneurship program going on. I remember my first year at Bowie, I was 2014, and they actually approached me and asked me to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I signed up for the club and all that, and they told me about they was gonna do all these food trucks and all this stuff, and I never heard from them again. And then maybe like a year ago, I was actually invited to a meeting where I met Johnetta Hardy.
Okay.
And it was about my clothing line.
Who's that exactly?
Johnetta Hardy is
Okay.
the president of the Entrepreneurship Academy,
Okay.
which all of us are in.
Okay.
So and that's how it all kind of got kicked off. We had Miss Hardy invited us to be a part of an upcoming idea competition, and I entered my business and Maris into another business that we had just had an idea for.
Okay.
And that was how Student City Suds got it created.
Wonderful. How was your entrepreneurship role? Did you kind of how did you guys meet up? Let's start there.
We met at Bowie. There was one semester where we had every single class together, literally, even the electives. So we ended up being like study partners, hanging out, because all the classes, all the same homework, all the same tests. So we hung out, and then the entrepreneurship, he said that because he's always been an entrepreneur, different businesses, he does everything.
Okay.
So he said there was a idea competition at Bowie, prize money, the application wasn't too hard, so we had an idea, because we were friends, so he submitted one idea, I submitted another idea. The idea that I submitted got chosen, which was Student City Suds, so then he just jumped on board with me, and that's kind of how it started.
Wonderful. I'm happy you told me about your business. I would like to hear a little bit more about who you all are as a brand.
So who we are as a brand is we're for the students. We realized, so Student City Suds is a laundry delivery service that's going to wash your clothes for you and have it delivered back to you, fold it, everything perfectly neatly, 48 hours or less.
Where have y'all been at? Seriously, it's been so many
in your
times.
dorm room, you have piles of clothes where people start going through the dirty clothes and seeing which one's not too dirty.
That's so true.
Yes, everybody does that. So we had an idea, because everybody has dirty clothes and no one likes to do laundry.
That's so true.
Let us do your laundry, give it back to you 48 hours or less. So that's who we are.
So how long have you guys been doing this business?
So it started one day when Maris had told me my shirt was really dirty and dingy, and I was just like, okay, I washed it myself. So she was like, let me wash it. So I let her wash it, and it came it probably was like a off-white. When she gave it back to me, it was like the color of his shirt. It was brand. She washed this hat. This hat was like a dingy brownish, and then she brought this hat back. And I was like, as good as you wash the clothes, you should start a business. And like a couple months later, idea competition came up, and we literally entered our business into it. And that was how we got it in.
So how do you guys, you guys are seniors, so how do you guys deal with being seniors and also entrepreneurs? How do you guys handle that?
So it is a lot. So many times we are been a part of this entrepreneurship Surrey ELAP program this whole entire summer, along with Brian.
Okay, my infatuation, it translating to another form of what you call it. Oh yeah, I ain't met you, I've been looking, stop the way.
Developing and incubating our businesses. So many nights that we've just been up, no sleep, because we got off of work. And then we had an assignment due tomorrow, and it's just like assignment after assignment. And the assignments are all, one thing I will say about this Entrepreneurship Academy is that I've learned more about business this summer than any other time. But yeah.
Are you guys business majors by any chance?
We are.
Okay.
My major is actually entrepreneurship.
Okay, so I'm surprised that you said that, because you said that you learned more about it when you went through the program.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up with these courses then? Like, I'm just asking.
These courses, they don't teach you.
It's not hands-on learning.
Exactly.
What I've realized is these courses teach you how to have a career and get a job.
Right.
But they don't actually teach you how to open, start, and run a business. They don't teach you that. But this program has taught us how to start a business. Everything from the business plan, the marketing, the financial about it. Like, I've learned so much this summer where I really believe we're going to be successful just by the tools that we've taken from this course.
I'm really happy that you kind of touched on the business plan aspect, because so many people say that you need a business plan and they have to just drawn out business plans. I mean, 10 pages. Who's gonna read that? You know
we actually did make a business plan. So we made a business plan. We made lean startup canvases. We made business canvas models.
Okay.
The program was really hands-on and really gave us, all right, look, this is what you need to do to start your business. All right, go do this and bring it back, and then we're going to test it. Okay. And then they brought in like different people from different departments who were like CEOs of the department. They weren't just like, oh, this is a teacher who teaches it. No, they brought in like the CEO of a company, of each company. Like, they brought in the CEO of a law firm. They brought in the CEO of an accountant firm. They brought in the CEO of the National Labor Statistics Building. They brought the CEO of all the patent firm. They brought people who really could talk to us and break it down, make it make sense, and we could ask them personal questions. We presented our own business ideas. We got critiqued on it. So the business, and it was really a very hands-on model for us to learn. Like, I was at Bowie, I was wondering, why don't we already learn like this? Why isn't this already touched on in the business building?
That's so true.
And it's like, if that was the type of thing had been touched on in the business building, I feel like a lot of more students would push harder during school versus just trying to get by in classes.
And just pass assignments and pass tests, because there was no tests this whole entire summer, no assignments, but I really believe that I've learned more and taken more knowledge with me than I did my whole entire college tenure. Like,
that's so interesting that you say that, because like literally I think that colleges, like, they kind of live in a stone age, and they're still on this like theory and philosophy and stuff, and it's not really like it doesn't apply to the real world. You know what I mean? Everything is kind of moving so fast.
Yep. So that's what we felt like. All our classes were just teaching us theories, but never applying the theory.
Exactly.
They don't tell you how to license a business. They don't tell you the cost and what you have to do, the advantages of licensing as a non-profit versus a for-profit, and what state is better. They don't tell you that you don't even have to register in the state that you live in. You can, like, they just teach you how to have a job and how to have a career, but not actually how to make careers for yourself and other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful program.
Yes.
Yep. It was run by Miss Hardy, Jonetta Hardy. So she definitely has made an impact at Bowie and pushing some things forward. She's the main reason why we actually were able to push our business forward to the forefront of Bowie and actually get the contracts. From day one of us starting this business, she told us that we were going to get it on. She was going to help us get it on campus, and she stuck to her word. And we're now the first student business to partner with Bowie.
Oh wow!
Yes, so we're signing contracts. We're going to be marketed and promoted by Bowie State University. We're going to be official in the dorms. They're going to give us space to use their facilities, and it's just going to be great.
So how do you all feel about like the entrepreneurship world for like the Black environment? Do you think it's really difficult for people to kind of get a startup? What challenges have you faced?
For me, since I was like in high school, I've always had my own business. So I lived in Hawaii, so I was in a place where it was 3% Black. Wow. So I was the only Black business on my campus. Wow. And I got from my freshman year to my sophomore year, I went from being solely run to having maybe 12 people under me. Wow. And then I would have franchised it out and did all that, but I had to move. So I moved back here, and then I realized I couldn't run a food truck business here on campus. I literally had a food truck on my back in high school, and then I came here and then ran an app. I created an app, and then in high school I created a clothing brand, which is now Roses to Riches Clothing, and then I opened it for business to the public in 2017 last year. And then from there, I co-founded City Suds. So, I mean, as a black entrepreneur, I don't feel like it's that hard. It's just not enough mentors that reach out to back to the community to help people start. If you're looking to get into the market, it's a lot of help. There's a lot of people that are willing to do it. It's just not enough people that are serious about it.
Committing to it.
It's not enough.
Hustle.
Yeah, it
takes time. You lose sleep.
Definitely.
You lose hours at work. You lose out on money. You got to take a pay cut. You have to. It's just a lot of sacrifices. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's worth it because when I'm 30 years old,
that's right.
I plan not to be working for anybody. I plan to be working for myself and him. Like I plan to be able to feed myself by myself. So I feel like the whole mindset, you have to have a different mindset when you want to be a young black entrepreneur. Like you have to be able to lose sleep. You have to be able to put in the time, the work, the dedication, and actually fill out the steps. He will tell you more than anything. We purposely chose jobs where we can get paid working on our own stuff. Like I'm a concierge and I don't really do too much at work, but while I'm at work, I work in my own business.
Right.
So you really have to learn how to navigate the workforce to pay your bills and then be able to run your own business too.
Yep.
So I'm just curious, okay? You guys are kind of like a dynamic duo. So what do you guys bring to the table, each of you? Because I know you guys, great at speaking. You've been an entrepreneur for a long time. What do you guys bring to the table together?
Well, so originally before our titles were co-founders, I was head of marketing and design, and she was head of operation and finance.
Right.
So I do all the aesthetics for student City Suds because my background is graphic design and marketing. So I do all of that stuff, and she handles the operation because she knows all about
the actual washing of the clothes, the laundry. Before we actually franchise and hire employees, it's going to be me who's doing all this. I'm going to see how it's going to be me, the buying of the products, the supplies, the financials, if it fits in our budget, come with the prices. He's actually jumped on more and board, thank God, with financials because we're just getting need a little bit of help from our co-founders. So he's definitely jumped on board, brought more people on board for our accountant side because I didn't realize how big of a process it was to really finalize prices. So it's great for the customers, it's attractive for the customers, so people want to buy our services, but also helps us make money so we're not under the water too. So that was a big issue or a big thing that we really had to overcome, but he thankfully jumped on board, helped me with that. So basically we don't really have roles. It's just whatever part that needs to be helped and dealt with.
That's right.
If he's at work and I'm at home, I handle it. If he's other way around, whatever needs to get done, it has to get done regardless. So whoever can do it needs to do it.
Wonderful. So I thank you guys so much for your time.
Hi everybody, my name is Maris.
My name is Richard.
And we are co-founders of Student City Suds. You can find us on social media at Student City Suds.
Or you can find us on GoFech. Or you can find us at Bowie State coming this fall.
Yes.
Hi, I'm your host Destiny, and this is GoFech.